And we're back. We're back. Welcome back to anybody who was there for reasonable doubt. This is Abbott Elementary. How is everybody doing? Be sure to hit that like button and let us know what you're thinking about season 5 so far. Ash, are you ready to get into Abbott?
I'm ready to get into it, and I'm gonna give a damn disclaimer because if I see one more person in my comments talking about it's just been 2 episodes, it's just been. Don't try to silence a black woman's voice. Do you hear me? If we feel like we want to come every week and give our honest assessment on any damn thing, we have the right and the autonomy to do that. So stay out of my comments with that. I'm gonna block you because I just shut up. We can talk about it. That's what we're here for.
Ash, not shut up. Shut up. That is definitely what we are here for. Starting here with my overall thoughts, I'll go first.
Please.
This was cute. This was cute, y'all. This is cute. When you've watched something for so long and you're getting into a fifth season, you kind of know the Abbott formula. We're really, really great and funny setting groundwork in the beginning. We get really, really impactful by the time we get, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 episodes. And then we kind of coast a little bit and then we pick it up and we have a really great ending in those last like 4 or 5 episodes. But we normally start off really, really strong. And we start off strong in comedy. I feel like when we do have our more serious moments that we know Abbott for, because they can go there, even if it's in a comedic way, it's normally mid-season. But in the beginning, we're just getting a cute laugh. We're getting those really great episodes that are memorable and moments. This was cool. This was cool. This has, if I can say, this has been my favorite out of the three that we've gotten so far because we did kind of get into our core. And not to say that it's all about us getting outside of Abbott, because some of our best moments and favorite episodes have happened all at Abbott. So that's not the issue. But we did kind of get more into personal lives and getting into our couples, which is something that we were asking about. Is this the best that Abbott could do? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I admit what I said in my title. They were the jokes. Not like there aren't any jokes here, because they're very here and it was some laughs here. But like, my belly ain't aching. I'm not holding. And just so I could check my temperature, earlier, since I had a couple of minutes, meaning like I had 2 hours, I went and watched some of the more poignant episodes from the last season. I was like, oh, this is hitting. I'm laughing like hell. So it's not just me. It's not just up here. Something is missing here. And it feels like we're kind of coasting and going through like a shell of what Abbott has represented in the past. This is great. This is funny, but we know that they have the ability to be better. And this is not that. Ashley.
Yeah, again, I mean it's the best of the mid. Like it's just very mid. Like even the laughs, and there were like a couple laughs in this one. It was just really the low hanging fruit. It wasn't. They were cheap laughs, right? Janine gets hit in the head with a ball. Okay, that was funny. Like, but you know, um, the karaoke episode from last season had to be the funniest, bestest episode. Like it was so good. And so that's the barometer by which I measure all other episodes. And again, it's just very mid, Tyra. That's what I got for overall thoughts. Just it was the best of the mid. It is the best of the 3 episodes that we've had so far. And maybe they're finding their groove. Maybe they're just slow walking it. Everyone I've heard in the comments, I know you said this last time. People in the comment section in the chat last time said this. Quinta and the other cast are looking at other opportunities. They're branching out, and they're not giving 110% to this. I think they're ready to call it a day and night on Abbott, and it shows, unfortunately.
I mean, I like the Labubu joke from the student. The Lafufu. The Lafufu was funny, in the beginning of the show, and her trying to make a profit, getting her young Ava on. That was cute, Give a little egg and take it right back. But let's get into the episode. Let's get into the episode. What we thought was great, mid, and maybe just not so much. But let's go here. Let's start with our main focus, always Janine on the dance can, and not really knowing baseball, being that quintessential non-sports type of girlfriend. That's not really my thing. I don't even really want to go. I just might not. Till later, we really getting into it, and we have Gregory there to help her through that process. But it was the definitely the low hanging fruit with Janine, her, being tiny and on the cam, and they're thinking that she's a kid, and we're bringing her back because she got injured, and her really finding her love for the game. Yeah, it was all right. It's really didn't do anything for me. Janine always does something for me. Janine has been our focus for so long. I what I've loved the most about this show is watching Janine evolve, and I need her to always be doing that, and just her maturity level kind of grow from what we met before, and her just being this wide-eyed teacher and just thinking with rose-colored glasses about the world and everything, and then just later come into her own. I love those moments with her. For whatever reason, this feels stagnant where we have her, and I don't know why. It's still kind of that same tempo and resting in this comedy that we're familiar with. It's not the comedy, it's just more so the character. I did go back and watch that karaoke episode. I did. And just the what I love with these two more than anything is how quirky they are and different but similar at the same time, and they love and get each other's quirks, and you see them grow into that with how familiar they are and how much they pay attention to the little things. Like in that karaoke episode, it was one of those ending credit situations, and he wasn't going to make it to the karaoke, and she was like, okay, well, since you weren't there from the beginning, let me give you a blow by blow, because I took notes, because I know you like notes. She's like, okay, start from the top. Okay, at 8:02. It's like, okay, 8:02. Why you went there at 8? What happened at 8:02? Why are you 10 minutes flat? What happened? Why were we late? Like, it's just those cute things, and I'm not sure if we're getting into that. We've waited so long to kind of rest in their relationship, and we really started to get there with last season. And it's like, okay, we're finally here, baby. Let's get it and live our best life. But it's just cute, and that's okay. But it's not great. Ashley.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not. And like I said, I thought it was funny. She got bonked on the head. Now she's a Philly fanatic, and we've got the whole thing and with the mascot. And all right, here's what we're gonna do. Since you got hit with the ball, we're gonna make it right by you, and it's gonna be, all these things. And the dance cam was cute. I can't lie. The dance cam was cute because Ava was vying for it's an aisle seat. I'm supposed to be. I'm the fine one. You're supposed to be on me. That was very cute. The double hats, because Janine just knew something was gonna happen, like the foreshadowing with that. Very cute. But you're right. And when we say, because I feel like y'all just gave this us, and y'all knew the people want to see the couples of it all. We wanted to see O'Shea and Ava, and we wanted to see Janine and Gregory, but we do want those cute, nuanced moments of them just knowing each other and playing off of each other, because they do have like a really nice chemistry between the two of these actors, and you just want to see that more. I just feel like this was, again, it feels like they just mailed it into me. Like I was just like, okay, I think it's cute. Day out at the ball game. Like I was expecting Shaminti to have some money on the game, side bets. Like, I'm thinking they're just gonna go full throttle. It was fine, Tyra. It didn't move me, and I want to feel something. I want to laugh. I want good belly laughs when I watch Abbott Elementary. I want Gregory to be petrified. He did get a little bit embarrassed here at one point, but I mean, I don't know, Tyra. It's just not hitting my spot. Not hitting my spot.
I really like the beginning idea of Ava tending to and picking her faves. And we have the new teacher kind of verbalize, like, is this what it always is? And it's like our petulant, I can never remember his name. He's like, yep,
yeah,
this is what they do. Of course you're not gonna pick me. You're gonna go with your faves, and maybe kind of leaning into that. Like, these aren't the only teachers here. We matter too. I kind of like some of that dynamic, but we didn't really even linger there or give that new teacher any type of time. He just there and being new. But I thought that was something that we could have embellished on, and we just really didn't, because they are kind of centered and ride for each other in that way. And it's like, well, baby, we work hard just as hard. Why you and your boyfriend and your friends group get to go? What about us? Gregory is here. Gregory is here being cute. Gregory, I needed more intensity with Gregory. When Gregory has his little quirks and disorders, and it gives obsessive compulsive disorder a lot. So where he was with those stats and his scorebook and all of that, like I really wanted him to fixate on that, like we know he can. And the most we get with this is just him supporting Janine. And towards the end, it gets autographed on, and he's like, he wrote on my damn book. It's like, but it's an autograph. He wrote on my book. But we know where Gregory can go when his mind is set on something and things have to go a certain way, because I'm going to eat my boiled chicken with no seasoning in the car. I love those quirky things about him, and we aren't even really getting too much into that. He was just here to be an advocate for Janine and get her into the game, but he's just here like he was just here for 2 episodes ago. This is Gregory. Don't play on his time. Ashley.
Yeah, like I said, it was fine. We discussed this last week, and I think you had brought it up talking about how, where is Gregory's arc? Where is his personhood? Everything now is in relation to another character, whether it's Barbara, whether it's Janine, it's in a supporting capacity. And Gregory is worthy of his own story and his own progression and his own growth. What happened to those issues that we left in season 4? Did his money issues get resolved? Is he fully content now being a teacher? What are his hopes? What are the endeavors? What are his plans for Janine? Does he want to propose to her? Is she the one? Like, are we moving towards that? And like I said, this episode really just felt like filler. I did think it was cute getting his notepad autograph, because he was like, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Well, at first he took his hand out to shake the man's hand. I want to know why the baseball player didn't shake Gregory's hand. Like, I want to, can we harp on that a little bit? Because let's give that some time. Because why don't you shake my man Gregory's hand? I don't like that. But yeah, it looks like, Tyra, what we're getting so far is going to be so-and-so and Gregory. So-and-so and Gregory. So-and-so and Gregory. Like, and I don't know why.
Rewatching some more of the previous seasons, and when they fired Ava and he got to be principal, for that little while,
Mhm.
and him kind of not just being ill-equipped with her filing system and those different things, but just the parents not instantaneously taking a liking to him or his system or the kids or the teacher, and kind of getting a grip on, well, hell, is this like my whole ambition? Did I really, want this? Or maybe I'm not in that. I just see Gregory assistant principal. I really do. I really do. But we're just kind of here. But like I said, like we've been saying, we have a lot more episodes left, so we'll just wait and see. But right now, he's just, a team player, the ultimate support, especially with Janine. Because, girl, get on my back. I thought that was cute. Like, girl, I ain't got time for you to be getting lost, Janine. Just hop your ass on my back and we'll go to the parking lot. This was the best part of the episode to me. This was my man, my man, compromise and kiss cams. This was very, very cute. And it wasn't just the best because, O'Shon was here being big fine. Girl, I didn't even know when I went back and I watched that karaoke episode, and Barbara was like, oh yeah, baby, he just fine for no reason. It was like, what the hell, Barb? But I like that even though we were trying to get to the comedy in Ava, we still got some depth and some progression in their relationship. Like to know that Ava is always pressing forward, and O'Shon, in spite of Ava, is always there to be patient, kind, and support her in that. But she's obsessed this episode. We gotta get on that kiss cam, boo. I need you here. You gotta be puckered up, gotta be moisturized. I love how he rests in his manhood. Did you put on that lip mask? Baby, I wasn't doing that. Baby. Yeah, I wasn't never doing that. Can you put this moisturizer on? Put this lip, baby. I ain't doing that either. I like those things. And we have the issue of the bathroom and why aren't you here? And if you weren't here, well, baby, if you didn't have such control issues and I could have gone when I wanted to, we could have been here for that. But I'm going to compromise with you anyway and meet you where you are and get our photo put up there anyway. I was like, that was really, really cute. And then we hear about, well, I'm just used to, all these famous basketball and football and soccer. And, they're usually on the field or, in the dugout or in just, it's like, is that supposed to make me feel better? They're just so rich and aspiring to do so much. This is my first time with a commoner getting to do common stuff. I'm trying. It's just like, you know what? I get that, babe. I'm gonna be here. I really, really like their dynamic in that we got some progress as far as Ava to see that she's really invested and into him, and he gets her enough to know that we didn't get that, but I'm gonna make sure you get what you wanted, even though you're trying to be control stuff. I'm not that man. I like that. Ashley.
Yes, this was very, very, very cute and so Ava coded. I absolutely was here for all of this. This is what we're looking for with Ava and her people. Yes, baby, because I want us to be on the kiss cam, but we're not taking your hoopty. Like no one can see me getting out of that car. So yeah, let's make arrangements to get there because yeah, O'Shon's coming. He's not a teacher. I don't give a damn. That's my man. That's my man. I said, oh, Sean must have put it down on Ava so tough, boy, because the way she didn't want to be seen nowhere with him last season, and now it's, oh, okay, yeah, I need everybody to know. Because we big fine over here. We're the sexy. We're the sexy ones. But I did too. I loved how he made a way. He said, my baby want this. I'm doing this. But he's also standing firmly in his manhood and saying, Ava, you're not going to run me, baby. I'm not doing that. Ava, I'm getting up and I'm going to get what I want. It'll be fine, boo. It'll be fine. And I love that. You know, we like to see women able to rest in their femininity and a softer side. And Ava, you ain't got to do all that over here with O'Shon. He gonna handle it. He gonna say today. I thought this was very cute. The kiss cam was good. They are a beautiful couple because O'Shon is big fine, honey, with the scruff and everything. I was like, I said, oh, you doing Ava dirty? Like y'all are nasty. Like
You
no,
stupid.
I loved it. I did. I
It
like this.
is. I really like this for her and how invested and excited she is in coming out of her norm. He gets her, and we knew that he got her from the beginning. She just took some time to catch up. So now that she's in, and she's all in, it's just like, oh, like this is cute. This is really cute and impactful because we're still progressing in their relationship, and that's all we really, really want for the most part. But getting over here to this, child. Let's get into Jacob. Let's get into
Let's get
Jacob.
into Jacob.
Um,
Um,
why am I echoing?
echoing.
I feel like I hear myself
I
back
can hear
home.
myself back home. I'll mute myself. It might be my microphone. It got disconnected and reconnected and everything.
Baby, you screwed the
Baby, you
chop while
screwed
you
it.
speaking. It's giving I mute
Okay, how
myself.
about
No
now?
problem.
How about now?
Okay, that's better.
Can you hear yourself echoing now?
No.
Okay.
You were like 3 octaves below your regular voice.
Oh, I like a deep voice. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
Nothing to play
A
with you.
raspy voice.
Let's get into Jacob in this 999 challenge. 9 innings, 9 hot dogs, and 9 beers. Ridiculous. All of this just to get Jacob to shut up. Now, look at here. Don't be cute with my Jacob. Jacob is more than just this hyperactive, annoying environmentalist. He is that. And social, no justice, no peace. I'm an ally to the 10th power, all those things. But those aren't the only things that make up Jacob's personality. Like, don't let him rest here because he's been kind of here even before with the whole thing in the water and the dishwasher, which are traits, but these characters are multifaceted and they have so much dimension. But I'm like, okay, this is the third time y'all got Jacob over here obsessing over, like, oh, well, what is the biodegradable? Okay, we got it. We got it. But Sheminti is not here for it. She promises him some extra room and shelves and a refrigerator and this back and forth if you do the 999 challenge. Meanwhile, she is just trying to get Jacob to shut up and sit down and enjoy the game. And he makes himself sick damn near. And it's like, I was going to do it for you anyway, but at least you were quiet. I do like when they do refer to them living together because I do think that that is something that is slept on the show, and we could really play into that in their relationship and really give some depth because they are in such an intimate setting. And maybe he'll just have Sheminti get real active for Jacob in a situation because this is my son. The hell, like this is not just giving just roommates. Like with their dynamic and how Sheminti is, I feel like she would be secretly doting how she kind of with the hamster that if that little affection that was just peeking through. I would love a scenario where we get to see her kind of jump into mama bear mode all about Jacob because we've grown that close because we live together. But the baseball game was cute. This was cute and I enjoyed it, but I just don't want them to rest here because Jacob has his annoyances, but Jacob is also really on the fly funny, really funny and relatable in a sense because he means well. This was just borderline annoying in a way, and I don't want it to just stifle and stay there. Ashley.
No, because Jacob's character is nuanced and he's for the people, and he's all of those things. So I do feel like that's kind of slept on a little bit, at least so far this season, because even in his environmentalism, he's an activist, and I like that part of him. I do agree. I miss the dynamic of them actually being at home. Sheminti and him. I miss his brother being there. I thought that was really, really fun when we got those couple of episodes where we got to see his brother interact with Sheminti and him. I thought that was very cute. It would be nice if later in the season we get some tension around Jacob and he has to step up and do something. And Sheminti has to step up and do something and show that she really cares about him. They approach it in earlier seasons, like this friendship, like, oh, you watch The Housewives? That's my show too. Like, we kiki. And then it's kind of like we departed from that fully because they're like, don't you live together? And it's like, yeah, but we're not like that anymore. And so I do wonder what happened as far as the dynamic with the friendship, because it really was budding, like, oh no, that's my girl in a bag of pearls. He didn't annoy me so much, but I don't think that's a good thing because their scenes together for me weren't that memorable. I was like, I know he was like, oh, the Phillies are the best, they're the most environmentally safe team that's out there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I was like, oh, okay, Jacob, there's just more, you know what I mean? There's more here that we can do and we can play with. I think this was just part. Here's the thing. I think when you've been watching, and especially the episodes that have been like the best, we're innovating in some way. We're doing something different. We're thrust into a new scenario, a different dynamic, and we're seeing them, bounce off of each other in a really funny way. This just didn't. Like I said, it just didn't. I was like, oh, okay.
I just want to see their bond grow and be magnified in a way with one of them getting active behind one another. And it would be Sheminti for me because she would represent kind of a matriarch for him. Because Jacob is always giving like he's been an outcast in so many places, even in his own family. And this is where he kind of found where he belongs and like they get me. So just to know that he's accepted not just as a teacher, but a person and a friend. Because I think I had referenced last season. So don't play on Jacob's top, Abbott. They be trying to play with Jacob a little bit. Remember, Janine, you still ain't paid him back that money. But outside of that, I just want to see it, and we know what it is though. She cares, but I'm just speaking out of turn, with directions that we could go that I would really really appreciate.
That'd be cute.
Because this is Jacob's family for real now. But leaving this and getting into Barb. Barb is a whole baseball fanatic. Barb can't wait, y'all. Barb know the stats. Barb trying to get on the field and give instructions on how to do your best stance to get a hit, get a home run. Barb is spending the entire time this episode trying to get the attention of the players. And I need to see, she said, oh, I need to see which one of the players who got on crosses represent Jesus. She was just yelling in the stand. She's the ultimate fanatic. And I know that this was probably supposed to be really, really funny. Because out of all of them, you wouldn't expect Barb to be the one all about the Phillies. But this was probably like how you felt about Sheminti. I felt like that about Barb. I just, this did absolutely nothing for me. Now, of course, she has all of this ball of energy, and if I could just get a word and then we get down there and mom's the word because Barb. Oh, I've been waiting all my life to get on this field and say this to you. Hi, like, oh, do you want an autograph? Sure. And she just kind of fans out. But I mean, it was entertaining as far as Barb. Like, it's Cheryl. It's Cheryl. Cheryl is gonna give in a snowstorm. She's just that girl, and she's seasoned in that way. But I feel like they gave Barb a whole lot here to work with. It was so many directions we could have gone, but she was just a fanatic, and she loves baseball. Who knew? Ashley?
Yeah, I like the surprise. I was like, okay, Barbara girl, I said, all right with the bob. Like, she looks so cute. I was like, you better have all your Phillies gear, girl. I thought she looked adorable. It was fun. Like, baby, this is how you swing. This is your stance. You gotta get in there. I'm like, Barb, please. She's like, yeah, I love them. They're saved, sanctified. I'm going down over here. Yes, Ava, take me. Y'all didn't know I was a baseball fan? I'm a diehard baseball fan. That's what I do on my weekends when I'm not getting my nails done. So I mean, I thought it was cute. I think it's fun. I think everybody's got a Barb in their life. Like if you're black, you got a Barb or had a Barb in your life at one point. I think she's fun. Like you said, Shirley Ralph is an icon. She's a legend. She is the moment. She's gonna do what she gonna do every single time. And I absolutely love that for us. But it was a bit underwhelming. I would have liked more time if she got a little cute moment with the baseball player at the end. But if you a fanatic, I really want to see you go all the way there. And that's your favorite player. I wish they would have spent a little bit more time there. But I mean, it was fine. I mean, they got 23 minutes, and it just, I think. Yeah, never mind. They're doing whatever they feel like they want to do this season. So
So
just
you know you can't be here saying never mind. Well, now I need to know what you're gonna say.
no, I'm just gonna say, like, you have all of this talent here. You've got the built-in chemistry. Like, push it more. We've seen
I think
Barbara
that's
get.
why they're not pushing it because this is effortless for them at this point. You can put them together. You can put them here in the same scenario without a script, and it will probably flow the same. They don't need those things anymore. Like it's just natural with them because they've been doing it for a minute now. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have one here. They were just at the Philly Stadium.
But we gotta punch it up more. We've got to, because we've seen Barbara go to the wire. So if she's gonna go to the wire and go all out and become obsessive compulsive about something, go like she did about them damn bobbing for apples last season. Like we know Barbara can go there. You fanatic, baby. I want to see you run on the field. Like I need that. You know what I mean? But it was cool for what it was. But it wasn't all
If Bar would have popped out in the locker room, said, "Okay,
that.
what I was trying to say about your stance, if you give a little bit more on your left side, baby, you gonna hit a home run." Like, what the hell are you? How'd you get in here? How'd you get in here? I know him. He's from my church. He's working the door. Like,
Girl,
y'all know
or
what to do.
anointing the players or praying for them or
Girl, pray
something.
and put holy water on, give him a scripture. We know these people. We know these characters. We know these characters, but this was cute. It just stayed in the stands. Oh man, y'all said a little prayer that one day Ashley and I get in the writers' room one day, just for 5 minutes. Since you got your degree and you know every damn thing, let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Put us to the test.
That's suspicious. O'Shon said that's suspicious. We spent a lot of time in this episode with mostly O'Shon thinking that Mr. Johnson is the fanatic. He's the mascot. It's you. I ain't seen y'all this whole episode in the same place at the same time, and then you have fur on you and all these other things, and it's a little cute thing. I like that they were having O'Shon have some interaction that was outside of Ava, just to make sure he's very present, or even just like I love the small things, like when he did the kiss cam and Shaminti whispered, like, "All right, that's a good job. You did a good thing right there. Good. Do more of that." Like I appreciate that. But of course, towards the end, we found out that it's not that, and we're just cool and close. And Mr. Johnson said, "Well, baby, I ain't never seen you and Shamar Moore in the same room, but you don't hear me asking you about Soul Train." I appreciated that reference.
Twerking
But,
on the line, the Soul Train line, Shamar. I don't forget it.
child, I see you looking at me. I can tell by your ass that you feel. Don't get Shamar to get the gyrating down the Soul Train line.
Go, if y'all haven't seen that, put it in YouTube. Shamar Moore doing Soul Train line, twerking down the Soul Train line.
Yeah, he was 112 and down the Soul Train line with some joggers on and no shirt. I remember. But it wasn't him. It was not Mr. Johnson, and everybody's in awe, especially O'Shon, because he knew he had just Scooby Dooed and solved the mystery. What did this do for you, Ashley?
This was cute because there's always this air of mystery around Mr. Johnson. Because when you went to the Cordon Bleu, like you lived in Paris, you were in the Negro League. Like what haven't you done, Mr. Johnson? So I was curious too. I said, is he the Philly fanatic? And then no, he's in the stands. I thought that was a very cute moment, and it was very on par for who Mr. Johnson is and who we think he is, honey, because he's an international man of mystery. At this point, we don't know what he does, who he knows, or how he knows them. But the fact that he spent $55 on that LaFufu at the end, that autograph LaFufu, I was so tickled. Mr. Johnson typically stands and delivers. This is really the first time in season 5 I've gotten a good laugh with Mr. Johnson. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully it's more to come.
I love Mr. Johnson. I love that he's so prevalent as an older character. Like he's so essential, and it's like you taking a janitor. Like hell yeah, we taking Mr. Johnson.
Oh boy,
We're taking Mr. Johnson. He was part of the Negro League. Yeah, Mr. Johnson has literally lived 12 different lives.
Yeah.
But
We know that man. They were thinking he was the mascot the whole time.
yeah, unfortunately, that was just about it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I really love about Abbott. In those 30 minutes, they are able to finesse and squeeze in so much. So freaking much and have so many layers and nuance. But here we were just strictly kind of focusing on the Phillies and the baseball of it and getting Janine into it. But say baseball, we finally get to meet not only the fanatic Phillies mascot, but we get to meet the main player and those things. I love Abe. Abe said, I'm taking. I'm with somebody. Please, please, sir, don't try to be with me. Okay. I know you want this because everybody wants Ava. I'm taking. I love that. And of course, Barbara just being staunch because, hi, that's all you got, Barb? Is that all you got? After all that energy up in the stands, we got to a high. Of course, Mr. Johnson is strictly Mr. Johnson. And how dare you autograph on my goddamn score book? Ashley, how'd you feel about the ending of the episode? And do you have any predictions for the next one?
Underwhelming. I hope. Well, this is a good question. Hey, Kelly, Anna Banana 35. Do you think Ava and O'Shon or Janine and Gregory will marry first? In my opinion, it would be Ava and O'Shon. Gregory thinks too long. He study long, study wrong every single time. I think Ava and O'Shon, it's a faster connection. All of that. I think they would be the first to walk down the aisle. What do you think, Tyra?
I, I mean, in a show, especially one that's been on for 5 seasons, hopefully leading into a sixth, you have to give the couple who has seniority the marriage arc. That has to be where we go. We would have to go with Janine and Gregory. I think naturally, I would. Do you know the comedy that could come? Well, first, wait, I can't say that because it could go both ways. With sensibilities of Ava and this lifestyle in her head, at least, and who O'Shon is, it could be amazing to see. I think it would give me throwback girlfriend vibes when Tony was trying to blow the budget. Like, girl, we only have so much. I'm not spending. You want to do what? You want to arrive in a helicopter? Where? Girl, what? It's just a wedding, Ava. I thought this was about our union. It could go there with her financial lack of sensibilities and remembering what it's really for, or the compulsive awkwardness of Janine and Gregory. Where in the hell would they even want to get married, and what would that venue consist of? I think that would be really interesting to see. And normally you give that to the couple that you've been through the motions with the longest, which would be Janine and Gregory for me. Now, as far as like the obsessive situation and studying long, I think when we're getting into the actual proposal and how it's going to be, I think that'll be Gregory's dilemma. And, well, I'm going to try to, those episodic things where you have proposals go wrong. And, well, hell, I put the ring in the cupcake. That meant that the ring was on. I said I gave you clues, Gregory. Nobody knew those clues but you. We don't know what's going on in your head. Like, I thought Janine would get it. The marry quantum physics equals. Yeah, we don't get that, Gregory. We don't know what's going on, but I think that would be something very pleasant to see because they're a special
The
couple of
way,
birds.
the way that they were on the pot for seasons and seasons. There's no way they'd have a quick engagement. I think it would just subvert all expectations for Ava and O'Shon to elope or have a marriage before them and come back like a different world when damn Colonel Taylor and Jaleesa came back and it's like we got hitched. Like I would be absolutely here for that level of foolishness. Of course, we all want to see Gregory and Janine. That's like Mount Rushmore. But the way they're so slow moving, I just really think it'd be Ava and O'Shon, but we'll see. But predictions, I don't know where they're going. I hope we're getting back more to the issues of Abbott. Because we still had these money issues. We still had stuff falling apart, trying to find the money. I want to get back into the business of school and these kids. I know I've seen the little girl from social media. She's the one selling the lafufus. I want to see more of her. I'm happy that she's here. But yeah, get back into these kids. I want to see some of these wild kids. They always feature a couple every season that make a difference or have an impact or we have good interactions with. So I think let's get over there and let's focus on the business of the school, hopefully in episode 4.
I really don't know. I really don't know. And normally by now, and I would say at least episode 5 or 6, you always have a good perception of what's funny and what problem that we're fixating on as far as Abbott this year. we kind of got that at the start of the first episode, but so far in these next two, we haven't revisited the issues with the school. And we saw the other teacher, and he said his little one too, but that was about it. I don't know. I'm telling you, if we get to a 5 and 6 and they're still kind of giving phone in energy, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because that's not like Abbott to me. But y'all, that was the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you hit that like button. Tomorrow we will be getting into the Braxtons, the latest two episodes, and we'll also be getting into the Murdoch family death in the family Hulu series. Those three episodes that dropped. So if you are unfamiliar with those, you have time tonight and tomorrow to get caught up to join us in that, and we would love to have you. Ashley, anything you want to say?
No, thank y'all for coming through. Thanks for supporting the live. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, yes, we do, we do, we do. Have a good night. I'm gonna leave y'all with this Gregory eye cam because we're getting some, but it's always nice for Gregory to look at us beside our head. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and we'll see you next time for more Abbott.
Oh, oh yeah, baby. From the moment that I saw you, baby.